Right now, we are going to focus on our younger selves. And we're going to pose some interesting questions. I think it's easy to live with no regrets. And I think for the most part, I have no regrets. Now, I've let go of a lot of my baggage. But when it comes to, I think, learning from our past and sharing that wisdom with people around us, especially the youth, then it is great to look back and reflect. And today we are going to invite all of you to have another open and very honest conversation about money in Dear Younger Me. What would I say to my younger self? I think I get this question a lot, and you probably will as well. Any magazine interview, what advice would you give your younger self? And online, a lot of people looking for that mentor kind of space would ask that exact question. What advice would you give your younger self? But we want to kick off the conversation with our team first, and maybe I can put it to you, Jamie. What would you say? What would you wish you had said to a 16-year-old version of
With
yourself?
regards to money or just in general?
With money.
Save. Hey, save. Just try and save and think about the rainy days, but also invest. To be honest, I grew up not having money, so there wasn't really money to save.
There wasn't a consciousness around it, yeah.
There wasn't a consciousness around it. I think now, being in the position that I am and, earning a little bit more money, I would go back and tell myself, even that rand that you made or that 10 rand that you made, save that. But I couldn't. But now, being in the position, just try and save as much as you possibly can. Save something, 10 cents of anything. Don't buy that expensive pair of shoes.
You are really good at managing your money now. I get this about you. You're just quite kind of structured about your life now.
I've had to be, because my family, we grew up, life was good, and then my dad started his own business, and then life wasn't good. So I just vowed, I was 16, and I said to myself, I never ever want to feel that feeling again. So I've been forced to always just be careful with my expenses. So the one thing I'll say to my younger self is, you don't need the latest phone every time there's an upgrade, because it's just a waste of money. There's nothing wrong with the current phone you have.
You're so
Use
young. Phones didn't exist
until
when
it breaks. Well, I'm saying it more for the young ones right now. But you know what? I envied my friends that were able to work and live at home. But I was like, that was the perfect opportunity for you to save. But I had to pay rent because my parents live in Durban and I live in Cape Town. I wish I lived closer to them, where that would have given me an opportunity to save, so that when I buy my first property, I had a decent deposit.
Well, you've mentioned property. If I had to ask you to finish this sentence or fill in the blank, I wish I could have started saving for what when I was younger? What is that thing that you wish?
Property.
Really?
100% property. Especially now, having Luca wanting a space where he can play around, have a little garden, have his own room. I think that is one thing that I've always wished I saved for.
Yeah, I just watched. My sister's been brilliant at managing her money in that sense, and also, like me, started working really young. And she did. She saved up, bought her first property when she was younger. She was able to use that investment over the last year to transform her life. And it was such a fundamental thing. So we've obviously put this question to you guys at home. And let's see what you have been saying about addressing this particular issue with your younger self. And I think we've got Rafiwe first.
Yes, she says, I wish I could have started saving for my baking and cooking business when I was younger. I've always loved cooking and baking from a very young age. I always dreamt of having my own business in that industry. So that is sweet.
Natalie says, I wish I could have started for a house. Very, very interesting. Aisha also says a car. So there we go.
Jacqueline Minis also said, for a better lifetime. I think just overall quality of life, just for everything.
When I think about it, as a young guy, the car, I used to dream about getting that first car. I always used to dream about a little red car. Like, it was always my thing.
Did it have to be red?
Yeah, for some reason, it was a little red Postman Pat looking car. We got some more comments coming through.
Okay, so Chetty says, I wish I could have started saving for my home when I was younger. And then also examples, Fury says, building my late mama a house for a queen.
And then Zania Trump also says, a house and to travel. Yes, so beautiful to be able to, go out there, go into the world and to have a house. We didn't get to ask you. What?
Car. I wish I really wanted a car, man. I think the property thing is a big thing, but it was more the principle of money management at the time, and the idea of kind of that incremented growth and being able to save so that when you face a pressured time, like we have, for instance, over the last year where everything is taken away from us, how you can address that. So I'm going to put this to you guys right now because we've discovered an amazing platform that has linked with the most incredible mentors. If you're a young student now especially and you're starting to think a bit more seriously about money, then I really encourage you to go and visit the YouthX platform by Nedbank. This is an amazing space where you can have great access to advice from industry leaders, from amazing mentors. You can have resources that will help you navigate your career, especially maybe inspire you, and beyond that, get into your life. So go and check out www.unlocked.me, #potential. It's time for us all to take money a little bit more seriously.
Indulge your desires. Be swept away by the fragrance of dissent. Take the plunge into impulsive spending until you find yourself deeper and deeper drowning in debt. In this world of temptation, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?